Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode. I had attempted to record this episode earlier, like honestly, probably 3 weeks ago, but my phone ran out of storage and there was a lot going on. So hopefully my phone doesn't do anything wacky and I don't have any technical difficulties for this one. But I'm really excited about this because I've been wanting to talk about this for a little bit. And the title of this video is Men Are Not Trash. I don't know why, but for some reason this has become controversial. Like there's this rhetoric that men are trash, men are dogs, men are toxic. And that's so wrong. It's like people say these things, they make these whole blanket statements about men, about this entire demographic, based upon a few examples of bad men that they've experienced in their lives. And that honestly makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, if you have experienced one bad guy out of 10, that doesn't make the other 9 bad as well. And so I think that this idea, this rhetoric that all men are toxic is just, it's unfortunate and it's very sad because this world is full of so many good men. I mean, men are amazing. We need men. We need each other. And so it's not a good thing. It's not a good idea to start saying men are trash, men are toxic, men are dogs, because then you will begin to, think of men. If you're a woman, I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. Obviously, I'm a woman. But if you're thinking these ideas, you're going to approach men in a certain way. You're going to approach men as if he's going to take advantage of you, or as if he wants only sex from you, or, we're going to have these ideas about men, and not all men are like that. There are really, really good men in this world. There are very good men. Men are amazing. And it's important to recognize and respect people who put the work in. So a lot of men, they do hard labor. The majority of people in construction, for example, are men. I've seen women in construction, but the vast majority are men. A lot of the jobs that provide infrastructure for society are done by, most of the time, men. And men, you have so many issues that we don't necessarily address. Like, we think about them, but not really. We really don't address them as much as we should. For example, men have higher rates of self-deletion. Men have higher rates of workplace injury, workplace death. Men work more dangerous, dirty jobs, to be honest with you, I would not want to be a plumber, or I would not want to work in the sewers. I'd rather not. I'd rather do a more clean job, a more, domestic job. That's just me personally, but a lot of women would, go along the same idea of, I don't really want to work in a sewer, but somebody's got to do it. And so there are men that are working so hard, working long hours, doing all this hard labor. And a lot of these jobs that they're doing, these things, we need them for our infrastructure. We need these jobs. We need construction workers. We need people who do demolition. We need plumbers, right? And so men often don't get the recognition and the love and respect that they deserve because they work so hard. And I'm not saying that women don't work hard either. I mean, if you work hard, you deserve to be respected and acknowledged for that. But oftentimes we neglect to acknowledge and respect the men who do these hard jobs because they're kind of in the background. It's not the CEO of a Fortune 500, but it's a plumber who's on call and working all the time, right? And so, men deserve recognition and love for the things that they do. Another piece of this is a lot of, people, not just in general, like women, but a lot of the times women who say that men are trash. I think a lot of reason for that is it could be that they just don't want to see the good men, or it could be that also they want to be a victim. So all the men treat me bad, right? And they might also, a lot of the times, these women don't pick good men either. But I think another part of this that is very significant is your environment. If you are only experiencing men that are rude, taking advantage of you, who are violent, who are reckless, then what kind of community are you in? Are you in a community that is bettering for society? Are you in a community that values family, right? You have to think about these things. And so if you haven't experienced good men, I feel for you and I can empathize with you because not everyone in the world is perfect and people make mistakes, and there are people who do not have good intentions either, and they take advantage of the vulnerable. This is true. This is a fact. It happens sometimes, but that does not mean that the whole population of men are bad. Most of them are good. Most men are good. There are so many good men in this world. And if you do not see good men, I think that that's an environmental issue. It's an issue of where are you in the moment. It's an issue of location. Like, are you in a community? Do you have, for example, a church? Do you have somewhere where you volunteer on the weekends? Do you have a community? Do you have an area where there are people who have values, who have morals, who want to work towards something that's, bigger than themselves, working towards something that's bettering the community, bettering the society? So think about that too. It's like, if you are not experiencing good men or just good people in general, think about your environment. Think about the people that you surround yourself with, and think about who you're allowing to influence you. And just think about what you're seeing and hearing. And it's just really important to think about that as well, because there are so many good men in this world. And they're not going to be at the clubs necessarily. I mean, they might be, but they also will probably be volunteering, or they might be in church doing a ministry on the weekends. So it's important to keep that in mind as well. So if you do not know any good men, get a part of a community where there are good people doing good things, like things that are a good cause, things that are helping other people, helping the community, because that's where you can find good men. That's where you can find good men. They're doing things that are helping people, right? They're not necessarily in the streets shooting stuff, violent recklessness, right? Because those are not sustainable things if you want a family, especially. But I just wanted to, put this out there, because men are amazing. Men are beautiful. Men are wonderful. If there's a man in your life, a good man in your life, go love him. Go love on him. Go encourage him. Go do something nice for him. Give him a word of encouragement. Give him affection, because, and give him compliments. Men don't receive enough compliments these days. Men don't receive the acknowledgement that they always deserve a lot of the time. I'm not saying that they don't at all, but oftentimes we kind of look over it because it's like expected. But men work so hard. They work so hard, and they deserve to be loved and recognized and respected for it. And if you have a good man in your life, just tell him that he's a good man. Go thank him. Go do something nice for him. Go tell him that you appreciate him. Give him a back massage. Give him, I don't know, plan out a date for him, whatever it is. But men are really wonderful. And if you have a good man in your life, you're very blessed. But generally, listen, you can't just say that all men are trash and that all men are toxic, because it's just not the truth. It's anecdotal. It's not the truth at all that all men are trash, that all men are toxic. So if you've got a good man in your life, go thank him. Go thank him for being awesome. Go give him praise for all the things that he's doing for you, the things that he's helping you for. Do something to make his life easier, like give him peace. Be his peace. Don't nag at him, don't put all kinds of stuff on him when he gets home from work and he's tired. Like, be his peace. And of course, do we all have things to do? Yes, we do. Of course we do. But be his peace, because men need peace. They need to have peace of mind, especially when they come home. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I also am the host of a podcast, and the link will be down in the description. I talk about a lot of things, including dating in the Christian world, Christian topics. I talk about biblical femininity, about singleness, all kinds of things along those lines. But if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out my podcast in the link below. I will also link my socials if you want to connect with me that way. But thank you guys so much for tuning in for another video. This is cool. This is exciting. I really want to get back on YouTube. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Once again, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Ciao.